What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I apologize for the crappy lighting. We're currently in the Rolly and it doesn't have a dome light, so I'm using my iPhone as a light. But judging by the title of the video, you guys have a little bit information of what's going down. We're going over in the middle of the night at like 10:30 at night to head over to D Sport per usual and catch up with my buddy Sam's car. He got a dog box transmission for the car that I want to show you guys, and then a couple other things. And the car is about 90% buttoned up, and tomorrow they're going to be starting it for the first time, which I have a feeling that John from 5150 Racing, once the car's fired up, as long as there's nothing prohibiting him from it, I think he's going to try to tune it. And you guys may be asking yourself, Josh, why are you spending so much time filming this car? We want to see the Evo 10 turbo kit already. Quit holding back. So obviously this car has been kind of, I don't want to say rushed to make the event that D Sport is holding, IDRC in Colorado, but it has been, I want to call it a miracle car, because he had a last minute harness put together by a buddy, Jose at Kaizen Motorsports. That's a good friend of Mike, the owner of D Sport. And then obviously Sam himself assembled that motor. And you guys saw some pulls that we did way back when in his old 6266 setup that was making about 740, 750 wheel and about 550 wheel torque on Eagle rods, which is insane.
Whatever you want, we'll see if it works.
And what makes it even more exciting about this car, the fact that, you know, this is Sam's build progress and road to running 8-second passes at the drag strip, is this car should be featured in the magazine, which is pretty cool. And also Sam is a good buddy of mine. He's going to be the one who's installing my cams and springs on my Evo 10, and definitely going to be a big contributor and our goals for the Evo 10. So I'm really excited for him. This is going to be a really exciting build. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to follow the build progress. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see an Evo 8 run some 8-second passes at the track, and let's hit the road right now. Alright guys, 1 hour later, we have made it to Sam's garage. Sam's garage right here. See, this is his daily, guys. He's got the Starion as the daily, and then he's got the Evo 8 as the track car. So Sam's decided to have a house party tonight, so we got to make this quick and brief. But tell me where you left off. I know you've been doing some all-nighters on it.
Yeah, so the last time we were here was, what were we doing? I don't remember.
Oh, wiring. Duh.
Oh yeah. So we were doing wiring. My guy finally came through. Jose from Kaizen Motorsports. Shout out to him. He does a lot of Supras. He doesn't really know much about the 4G platform, but I mean, he came through and then wired it up. So he made individual coil.
Oh, dude, that looks cool.
Pretty much like a quick release now. So if I want to just like take this off. Comes off
nice
as is. My injector is on its own harness now, as you can see. The manifold's over here.
What are you running? 2150s, right?
Yeah, 2150. So he made it really simple. Comes off. So if I forget to plug this in, obviously that's why the injectors won't run. But I mean, this looks nice. He labeled them injector 1, 2,
yeah, I was like, that's
3.
pretty cool how you like tagged it like that.
So I mean,
it looks like something you'd see at like a parts store.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he's gonna eventually do my full harness.
Right.
We just didn't have time because we're in the time crunch.
Yep.
He might do Unicorn Jesus's eventually, so we'll see. But yeah, he pretty much did all my pressure sensors. Everything's all labeled. I got a flex fuel sensor now.
Oh yeah, the Zytronics, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's discontinued, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
a lot of people have been telling me, like, how'd you get this? I'm like, I bought this pack like 2015 at Mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, oil temp. I don't have that yet. What is this one right here? The map sensor. Yeah, so all the safety sensors you put on. I have a 12 trigger switch that I haven't put on yet, but it's already wired inside. And then this one right here is like a CAN bus. Eventually when I run like EGTs and all that.
Yeah.
but I'm not running that right now.
The last time I was here, Sam did not have this mounted. It's now mounted. What fuel lines are you running?
XRP fuel lines. Pretty expensive, but they're like PTFE. So, like regular rubber hoses, the E85 eats it up, and then like you gotta change them like in 2 years or so. A lot of people don't know that, but they just keep running it, and that's one of the reasons why injectors get clogged, because all that rubber gets stuck inside the injectors. So if you're running rubber lines, you might want to check that if you're misfiring. But the PTFE, it doesn't eat, so it'll actually last like the whole lifetime of your race car.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I might have some here. So here's like a rubber, like vibrant, like that rubber, it just gets eaten up by the alcohol. But right here, this is like what they call PTFE. Like, I don't know what exactly material this is that doesn't cause it to like disintegrate, but it helps. They use this for like SpaceX, like all the, what do you call it, the fuel lines that go out to space. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yep. John uses a, what do you call, BMRS. It's pretty much the same thing.
On this, you said you're running a brushless pump, right?
Yeah, so this is a what they call a Bugatti pump. It's rated for like 1,400 horsepower, because what those Bugattis make, how much horsepower do you know?
It depends on which one. I know the Chiron is like 2,000.
Really?
Stock.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, they probably have just 2 of those Bugatti pumps in there.
Yeah.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Probably.
So, yeah, so most people use the double pumper system. I have one right here.
What'd you have, a Busher? Oh, radium?
I made my own, but I ended up buying a radium one that I thought I was going to use a double pumper, but I didn't end up using it. So then I was going to use this to feed the fuel in there, but then Michael was like, I mean, it looks nice, but you could sell this and make your money back.
Right.
So I'm going to end up selling that one. It's never been used. I'm going to use the stock pump housing. I just modified it, made it into AN-6, and then it's just fed through the bottom of the chassis. And these bulkhead fittings come up, and then they're like mounted onto the back of the trunk, and then it just feeds in to this. Then this feeds into the fuel filter, back down a -8 bulkhead, then up to the rear.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you run Pump E, right?
Yeah. Since I have the flex fuel sensor, John wants me to do 91, and then we're just gonna tune for flex fuel.
Nice.
And then eventually maybe ignite.
He said maybe.
Maybe.
Expensive.
Yeah.
So one of the things with this car is Sam is running an Evo 10 pedal.
Yeah,
So
Evo
he's
10 pedal.
no longer cable driven.
No. So I have an Evo 10 pedal to control the throttle body, which this is a Bosch throttle body. It's very well known in the Porsche world. Porsche world. Yeah, John actually has, I think, one of these in his stock Porsche, or 2. Is it 2 or 1? I think it's 1.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, now I could do like rolling anti-lag. Like, you know how the GTR is like, you don't hold the button, you like activate it, and then like once you activate it, you just floor it, and then it'll just do rolling. Instead of like the Evo 9 or 8 or 9, if you're driving by cable, you actually like have to have a button and hold it, and then like the moment you want to let off, or the moment you want to go, you let the button off, and then you go. Yeah, but obviously with the with this setup, you would have to have it would like be limited like 3 seconds, so you get burned out, and it just like it just takes off. I think I have to watch right there. I'm gonna just put the battery on. So it's gonna be annoying. You're gonna hear like a beeping sound, like a beep, but that's just normal one.
Hear your loud pump?
Yeah, you hear the beeping?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. Hey, who gave you this idea to do the Evo 10 pedal?
Originally it was Mike, and then I was like, oh, I would want to do it, but I wasn't gonna buy this manifold yet.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, it's gonna be better. You're gonna have better idling, better startup, because you won't have the stepper motor anymore. And on the AM Infinity, on the 8 and 9s, they're like known for like startup issues, just because the IAC doesn't like keep up with the something with like whatever the Infinity has. So he was saying with this, since the IAC is built in, like it'll read faster with the Infinity, and then like it'll start up better. And then I was like, yeah, I don't have enough money. And then when my turbo blew, or when it went out, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pull the engine out and then put a new build in. Mike was like, yeah, let's just get the manifold. And I'm like, all right, screw it, let's just do it. And then John was like, yeah, it'll be way better anyways. So that's when I decided, screw it.
Yeah, might as well change up the whole car.
Yeah. And then not a lot of people do this route, which is the smarter route. It's just pretty pricey.
To do the conversion?
Yeah.
Like, really rough estimate, what do you think it would cost someone if they're watching this?
Well, you're gonna have to get an intake manifold, and I would recommend getting a nice one. So that's probably gonna cost you like maybe $1,200 US dollars. That's just the intake manifold. Then you're gonna have to get one of these throttle bodies, which is like maybe $300. Then you have to get the pedal. If you have you can get one at the junkyard. I don't know how much they go for, but I know on eBay they're like $50.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. And then you have to get I had a kit to mount the the pedal. So I think that from UK was like $80, and then plus the wiring, you would have to know somebody to do it. Oh, and you can't do it on stock ECU, so you have to get a standalone, which is another, depending on what you get. I think they stopped selling. They discontinued the AM, I believe, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't get.
It's pretty much like Haltech, Motec, or Link.
Yes.
Are the main three.
Depending on what you get, you were roughly spending $1,400 for a Link, or balls out, maybe like $5,000 or something for a Motec.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gets pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, if you already have a standalone and all the other stuff, I would recommend doing it. And like if you already have like an intake manifold, all you have to do is get an adapter plate for one of these Bosch throttle body. So if you already have all that, you're probably looking maybe $500 or a little more. But if you're
just starting out with a stock car.
It probably doesn't make sense.
Yeah, of course.
Plus, you're already going to have a stock car, so you're not going to have those issues of starting up.
Right.
And then, I believe the Link doesn't have issues.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I think it's just, if you have an Infinity car, AM, any like V1, V2, I would recommend doing this.
Yeah.
Or switch to ECU, but I don't think you would want to because you already invested so much in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So in all my years of filming cars, I've never seen anyone, or at least known someone personally, that had a dog box assembled like while it's out of their car. I've only like met people that had it in their car, so this is a pretty cool moment because my boy Sam is graduating to be a real boy.
Yes, sir.
With a dog box transmission.
I got some PPG gear sets, the drag sets from 1 through 4. I took them and sent them to DB over there in San Jacinto. They hooked me up, assembled it. I also got them WPC treated. I don't know if you could tell. It's like a little grayish color.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that, and then this one didn't get WPC, so that's how they usually look. So I got the billet upgraded, I can't remember, input shaft, I would say, call this.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with transmissions, but I think this is the input shaft.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
This is the input shaft. This is like the billet diff tube, that's what they call it. So this is what transfers to your transfer case. So it's a little stronger, that way when it sends all the power to your transfer case, this piece doesn't break. Yeah. It has a PPG 430 final drive straight cut, so everything straight cut from 1 through 4th and the final drive. I have a stock reverse gear and a stock 5th gear. Yeah.
So this needs to be loud.
Yeah, this
it's
is
like a
whining.
Honda in reverse, but going forward.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
That seems sick, dude.
Yeah. I can't I mean, I don't really know how to drive a dog box yet. And I know people say like you just have to bang in the gear.
Right. Well, I heard, so I know someone on the internet's gonna roast us both about this, but
Yeah.
I heard that like rev matching, like you got to be really kind of like on it, like putting it in gear.
That's what I was told.
It's
but-
not like a normal transmission where it's like forgiving.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was told. But I mean, if you ever watch PPG's YouTube video, that guy drives it like he just like shifts it with one finger. It's like what? And there's like minimal sound because the dog ears usually make like a clunk sound.
Right.
And when he drives it, sometimes it's like he just shifts it with like two fingers, like just like pushes it in, and you kind of hear like a thunk.
Huh.
It's like, what the heck? And my boy Carlos actually told me like he said he would teach me how to drive it, but it took him like a year
To get it down.
Yeah, a year and one input shaft. So yeah, he was like, yeah, you just gotta like, you don't have to force it in. Pretty much you have to time it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like you kind of have to really know your car.
Yeah, exactly.
How to drive it well.
Yeah, so the first couple of times I'm probably gonna like grind it. It's probably gonna.
Oh man.
I hope it doesn't.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then something I want to add too is Sam was on a quartermaster twin disc,
Yes.
and now you're on an ACT.
Yes, ACT. I'm gonna be. It was supposed to be one of the first ACT twins for me to try, but my car never got ready. So, I mean, I'm still excited to try it, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I haven't seen anybody run the quarter mile on it. I don't know, have you?
No, I have not.
So I might be one of the first guys to test it. On the
Yeah,
quarter mile.
I heard the drivability is good. I've
Yeah.
seen someone like drive it on the street, but
Yeah.
I've never seen someone like rip it or
Yeah,
do dyno pulls or anything like that. I haven't.
Exactly. So I mean, we'll see how it holds. Hopefully, it can hold whatever power this thing throws at it, and then whatever mile per hour or ET I run at the track.
Yeah. Just to give you guys an idea of how late we're normally here, 1:11 in the morning. We're still here, but check this thing out. This thing never gets old. So in case you guys haven't seen the engine bay, this thing never gets old. Right, Richard?
Nope, never gets old.
This is insane. This is like cleaner than like some newer cars that come
Especially
in.
the turbos, they're vintage Apexi. Can't even get those anymore, I think.
It's freaking 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. This is crazy.